Hi, it's Teresa from Dodge Nature Center, and time for another Nature to Go. Now, do you notice the prairie behind me? Yeah, it looks really different, doesn't it? What exactly happened to the prairie? Well, that's what we're going to talk about this time on Nature to Go. We're used to seeing prairies being very lush, lots of green plants. But come fall, those plants die off, and that material builds up on the prairie. Come springtime, there's a layer of dead stems and leaves that are covering the prairie. And this happens year after year after year until there's a really thick layer of this dead material. All that material makes it hard for new plants to grow. Seeds can't get down to the soil to be able to sprout. Any seeds that are already in the soil have a hard time getting the sunlight they need in order to be able to germinate and grow. And so eventually the prairie doesn't have as much growth on it because of this thatch layer that's been built up. And then trees and shrubs, they may start taking hold on the prairie. You don't want that because that's going to stop it from being a prairie. So how do you manage to get rid of all of that thatch? The best way is to burn it off. Now, that might seem like it's going to be a problem, but you're not killing the plants. Where the plants are going to regenerate from are their roots, and since they're underground, the fire doesn't harm them. Working in small sections that are divided by watering down the grass around the area, the team will light the area on fire using what's called a drip torch. Dodge hires a team that comes out to do the prairie burn. The conditions have to be just right. Low humidity, light winds, and the soil moisture can't be too high. Fire is started in several spots so that it all burns towards the center area. As the fire is burning, the team is constantly checking and putting out any hot spots to contain the fire within that area. Sometimes an unusual condition is created by the fire on the prairie, and you can see that in this almost like tornadic spinning of the smoke as the fire is burning. It wasn't dangerous, it's just really cool to see. Once all of that thatch is burned off, there's a lot of benefits. So you've removed all of the dead material. That fire has probably killed a lot of the trees or shrubs that have tried to take hold on the prairie. The soil being covered by the ash is actually going to get fertilized. The next times it rains, it helps to dissolve the ash. That goes back into the soil, enriching it. And having dark soil, that'll absorb sunlight, it'll warm up the soil, and therefore it promotes growth. The prairie will come back to being brilliant green in a very short amount of time. So be sure to check on the prairie regularly over these next couple of weeks. You'll see it's greening up, and then we'll have those great spring wildflowers and summer wildflowers showing up in no time at all. And what's really exciting is there might be some things blooming on the prairie we haven't seen in a while because they're able to be seen now as we've gotten rid of all of the dead material. Thanks for joining me for this episode of Nature to Go, and we'll talk to you again next time.